Hi, this is Sharon, and this is my second video in my series of videos on how you can live the life that you desire. I'm going to recap a little bit about what we talked about in the last video. The last video, we really made a clear distinction between fear and danger, and we looked at how fear is about living in the past and concerned about what or worrying about what's going to happen in the future. It's really not about what's presently happening. And as such, it kind of prohibits us from really understanding what's happening in our lives at the moment and really capturing all the beautiful things that are happening to us at that moment because we're living either in the past or the future. And you cannot go living through the past, it's not possible. And we also made a clear distinction about danger. And danger is about what's happening at the present moment. And danger, you think about it, I'm about to fall off a ladder, or I'm about to be run over by a car, or something like that. That is danger. So I want to delve a little bit more into fear during this video. Because fear, I believe, is the cornerstone of what really keeps us from living the life that we desire. So this time I really want to focus on how fear can morph itself into ways that we even believe what we're doing is so logical that there's no possible way that it can be fear. So let's look at this example, for instance. Let's say you were thinking about applying for your dream job. And as you're going through the process, your mind goes on and on about how the economy is bad. The job market is extremely competitive. There will be so many people applying for the same job. Your mind may go through scenarios like, well, you know how it is. You don't know the right people, so you can't get that job. Or you may even think about things like, when I send my resume to a company, what ends up happening is it just goes into a black hole. All of these things will come up for you. And I want to let you know that is fear. That is fear. And all of these things in your mind sound so perfectly logical. So what ends up happening is that we don't even understand its fear. So we really think we're just being our logical, rational selves. And this is very important for us, especially those of us who are extremely analytical in how we look at everything. We really believe this is fact and this is the only possible way that scenarios that can happen. And I want you to tell you, no, this is like fear. And there's so many other scenarios that can happen. But what we focus on the scenarios that usually keep us back and hold us back. And as a result, in many instances, we do not ever pursue what we desire. And so I want us to understand that we have the power. We can choose to take our power back. We don't have to have fear or past or a host of other things or worry about the future. Robs us of the opportunity to truly live the life we desire. So this is something I'd like to do. This is something I'd like you to do. Whenever, in whatever situation arises, and let's say this is your desire or your dream, the dream car you wanted, the dream house, the dream job, the dream relationship, whatever it may be. And when you're thinking about it and all of these thoughts just come up in your head, and in many instances, they stop us from even making an attempt to get these things. What I would like you to do is really just stop for a moment and really just step back, almost step back like if you are an outside observer of your thoughts and see see how that feels. I mean, typically when you do that, stand out as the outside observer of your thoughts, typically what happens is that you watch them go on and on and on. And then you can watch them dissipate and see how you feel. At that time, you also have the opportunity to feel any of the physical manifestations that arises based on these thought patterns. In some instances, you may feel things like your heart is palpitating. You may start sweating. You have real physical reactions to these thoughts. And when you have physical reactions to these thoughts, think about what are you doing to your body? What are you doing? I mean, think about all the ways in which our thoughts affect our body and start feeling and looking at what is happening. After you step back and allow your thoughts to really go through what they need to go through, I would like you to make some observation, write it down. What were you feeling? What were the physical emotions? What was happening? What did that feel like? Write that down for like about a week, so you can just writing it down helps you to really hone in some of what's going on with you. It's almost like, taking your vitals at that second that it's happening, so that you can allow yourself to really see what's happening and what's going on with you when these things are happening. And after you've done it, I want you to read this. And you know what's going to happen? If the more time, as long as you start, the first time that you begin just stepping back and watching your thoughts, more and more as it happens, that's what's going to happen. You will start like almost separating yourself from those thoughts, and you will stand back and really watch them happen. And that means you're going to be feeding them less and less. And over time, they won't be as powerful as they were. They won't have the strong emotional feelings attached to them as they did. And this is really important, because this is another way we stop ourselves and fear interferes from us from moving on with the life you desire. And I really and truly want to remind you, you have everything you need to live the life that you truly desire. You don't need anything else. What you do need to do, however, is to get out of your own way. And this is what we're going to keep talking about. Different ways in which fear manifests and how you can get out of your own way. Because you are the master or mistress of your domain. And you can change your life and you can stop it. So I really would like you to really write about your experiences. And I would love to get some feedback for you. Until next time, bye for now. And remember, you are perfect and whole and complete just as you are.